Hi buddy, welcome back to Man and Brass episode 29 with me, Sid, and you can hear the sound of building going on. We are putting down another structure. Moved over to this side of the island. This is a fairly biggish structure, and this is going to be the shepherd's thing. It's kind of a little tiny thing. We'll bring a few sheep over, not too many because, you know, they're only decorative. But the idea is underneath we will have, hopefully, a shepherd for every colour of wool, because I just like the idea of trying to get basic, mundane resources together via villager rather than things. I can see straight away a problem that the fireplace has not put these down correctly, so we just need to pop those in. There's always a chance that these don't, you know, certain blocks don't orient. I mean, at the end of the day, the Create cannon is designed for vanilla blocks, and Create blocks, and you know, it possibly, I think it's perfectly reasonable that it doesn't know about other blocks. You know, those are somewhat things. That torch needs to go as well. Well, at it. And there's possible, hello, you know, got to avoid a brick in the face then. It's possible that we do a little bit of trimming and improving later, but I'm not going to do too much of this style of building today, because I'm conscious that I'm borrowing quite a few buildings, and when I look at Journey Map, for example, if I can find one, no, I mean, there's a castle there. I could just borrow that, for example. Over here is if I've lost myself, a village with some quite nice modern, you know, different style of buildings to the traditional villages. And I have got somewhere abouts up here a windmill that I want to go and borrow at some point, and I may even just stick that over at maybe here or over here. I don't know. You know, borrowing buildings to me is fine, especially if you then kind of tweak them up. Now these are going to need adjusting because they've not aligned properly, but at least these have. So, and that one is the pain to place because you have to faff around with an axe, and with the placeable objects mod you tend to place the axe at the same time as putting it down. So yeah, all good fun. But this is going to take a hot minute to cook, so let's get this done and I shall be back with you in a moment. Alright, that's built, and I was running a little bit short on light sources, so I put on my Brave Boy boots, and I've come to the Nether, and I don't want to be around any of the natives. Now he's not too bad. What I really don't want to see is a lantern wraith, because when you're using mana to fly, having something that can drain your mana is a really bad thing to encounter. Hence why my teleportation is on my hotbar, because we're going to go now. That should be enough. I mean, I got a whole load of glowshroom and a whole load of those as well, so that's all good. Let me just jump in here. We're going to pop in that. I'm going to recharge my silky ring of silkiness. There we go. Slurp it all up. Oh, almost there. Oh, bear with me a second. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Little household chore needed doing. But we have a number of buildings where we have built functionality for them, but not actually populated them with their functional, what's the word I'm looking for here? Occupants, I suppose. So down here, for example, probably 3 deep, we need to put a library, or librarian, I should say. Let me just pop one of those down temporarily. In blah blah blah, this one, toolsmith. And of course, in this one, we need to build some understore storage for oops, that's definitely, so it's basically like that is what I'm after. For shepherds. See, I get to the words eventually. So I brought some real basic materials, and I'm going to dig out of various cellars, and well, I'll be back in a short while. One thing I'm finding with this pack, and I don't know why, is I seem to be having tremendous difficulty getting villagers to change profession or even pick up a profession. I mean, they literally just will not change their goals. So I'm just having a look. See, bring him out here, bang. And I wonder if it's just that these guys... Oh, that's not what I want, is it? I want you to sell me wool, not buy wool. Do they sell wool? That's a very good question. Have I just completely like that cave system? Looks very, very fun and interesting. Sorry, don't get distracted. Right, let's go and borrow a little wool. And see what's what with that, because if they don't sell wool, they're less useful to me. In which case I don't need as many, unless of course I were to create a wool farm, which we could do very easily. I mean, you can do that particularly pretty easily. I need to kidnap you. You're in the wrong pen, my friend. Snip, 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 snip. Snip, 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 snip. Snip, snip, snip. Snip. Snip, 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 snip. Whether you can... I've never actually tried whether fortune on shears increases the snippage. I'm trying to think why I've never tried it, because you'd think it was a fairly obvious thing to want to try. That is a very good question. may have to go and try and answer that. Anyway, I'm just going to fly back over to those villagers and see if I can't lock them into their professions. I didn't take that much notice of what the other one was trading, other than one was so much white wool. And then we can try and zombificate them and curificate them. And I should probably go and double check the trade table for shepherds, because they're less useful to me if they don't. Right, you. Just give me one. Damn you. Why? Try that again, shall you? Right, what we got? Oh, hello. Lock you in with a pair of shears. Okay, that'll do me. Right, well, at least we can work on these two now, because they've got a profession that isn't, you know. I think what's happening in the under the church is that they are getting fixated on workstations that are not for them. They should get fixated on the workstation in front of them, and I think they are trying to get to other workstations. That's the only reason I can think of that might have that effect. Because I think all of these are things. I do want more Fletchers. Got plenty of those. How am I for Gapples? Got a couple of those. Oh, no. Oh, swine. Right. Well done, sir. You did a good job. One of those. And let's... Well, we'll... Okay, hang on. So, you get in the diamond. You go there. You can go there. What happened there? What on earth? What happened then? I don't know. I must have put him down on the wrong side of the track. Damn it. Alright, let me grab another villager. No, they're both okay. I've got no idea what happened then. Okay, right. Well, let me go and sort this out. I'll be back. Ooh. Apparently there... Oh, yeah, there's that one, of course. I'm like, why? What on earth is going on? This is confusing. I'm easily confused, apparently. Right, I'll be back in a bit. So this is almost like the old glitch with the horse, when you put it down and it would try to return to a thing. I put that villager down there and he is heading straight back. I mean, we are here. He's heading in a straight line for Port Valentine. He is utterly unconcerned and not bothered in the least about that crafting bench, that loom. Oh, now he's changed his mind. Okay, I really am genuinely confused. Okay, let's head back and let's try not to... But I've lost the other one now, haven't I? Because, of course... Oh, no, he's still here. Excellent. Wonderful. Right. I was going to say, of course, the things... Okay, go, do your thing. Yeah, he took a bit of damage falling from a tree, because I tried putting him in a position where he would not. Thanks. Right now. And while they're doing, I can go and dig out under the library. Because obviously I am going to need this for a... I'm going to need a librarian section. But this is fairly easy. There are no villagers in here currently. So I'll get this done. Again, I'll be back in a second. Alright, so the good news is they do trade wool. This guy is doing grey wool for emeralds. This one's doing carpet. Now, there isn't another wool trade in there, so this guy is useless. Which means I need to come up with a way to deal with useless villagers that doesn't pin the blame on me. Now, in the past I've done trapdoors with lava and all sorts of interesting little snippets. Let's go with something a little bit less humane. Which of course means that I now need to go and do something similar with more villagers, so I probably need to take some more looms with me and get a whole bunch of these going. I'm not really worried if I don't get all 60. If I get the white, because I've got quark, I can re-dye wool anyway, so as long as I've got ones that trade wool, then I'm largely okay. So, you know, this guy here can go into the shepherding hut. Now, I've also done the done the toolsmiths already. They are over there, ready and doing their thing. And this guy can go there. And you can be good and happy. You've got your loom, you're all good for that. I need to go and get 6 more villagers and convert them into shepherds. Think there is a village. Let's have a look. Graveyard. What we got here? More to the point, what? I mean, obviously this is just a graveyard which has got the wither farm. I just mark these every time just because they are particularly useful. Over that way, did I say over that way? No, that way. A subtle difference, but there you go. And I do want to get my silk touch and come and get some of those skeletons at some point, because I do want to build up my graveyard over in the Hooferator in the village and add some more points of interest to it. Now what we need to do is basically run through here and remove all of the workstations. And except for these guys, no, because you kind of be wrong not to take the books, wouldn't it? Right, let's run through looking for more workstations then. Because once they've got no workstations, I can put down looms and they'll adopt that occupation. In fact, let's go and do that now. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. Lovely. Right. Brown wool, white wool. Of course, you need the white wool if you're going to do that's a shepherd. Those two are Hooferator. I'm going to need more wool. Browns. You do white, but oh, you also do that. That's fine. So you just need to try again. White wool. No, I'd prefer you to get the shear trade, because then... Oi! Come here. Right, any more? There's a load of villagers over here. You are a nitwit. You, let's see. Oi! Welcome to your new career. Seriously? These are infuriating. I only want one as well. Come on. Yeah, you. Ah. Who wants it? Okay, we got 4 of them and some who for whatsmajigs as well, so that's all good. Let's go back and continue. And well, I'm just going to keep on working this. That's not where I want it to be. Until I've got a bunch of shepherds who are trading me wool, and I'm going to try and work on these 2 Hooverator villages as well, the librarians, see if I can't get... I don't want to get all of the enchants because I don't need all. So like this guy is largely pointless to me. This one is my mending villager, important. This one, silk touch villager, important. But, you know, other than that, largely unimportant. So what I'm going to do is get these up to the next level. And then we'll convert them if they go in the right direction. Yeah, back in a bit. Alright, started to get... I've got 3. I've got room for another 8. So I've got this guy who's got green and yellow. We've got grey and light grey, but this guy's got carpet as well. Not so bothered about those, although that is actually pretty good if we were to continue and get a decent XP farm going. The one I keep borrowing over at Rushd's is good, but I think we could do something. I mean, you know, we already know we can move the spawners, but I am happy with this, and I want to go and just experiment with something. First things first. Oh, that was odd. I landed there suddenly, which was out of character. But let's grab a screenshot for this, and I've got my warp stone on because I want to be able to go and get myself out of a situation, potentially, because I want to go and have a look at the demon dimension. Now, we did the lesser demon dimension when we went and built our platform with our zombie farm, our thingy farm there, and of course that's happily pumping iron out from 3 farms. However, there are other structures down here, and I do not know how wise this is. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and come in over the top, because if I get hit with this flight, and my vertical ups and downy flight is pretty poor, but if I get hit, it cancels out my ability to fly. And I can see there that there's a spawner. There's also a spawner there. I don't know what spawners they are. And remember, this armor isn't actually that good. So, I don't know what... I mean, this is not demon brick. Yeah, you see, that was what I was worried about. So I think I need to change over to Diggy Diggy Pew Pew. So we can take advantage of our ability to zap things from afar. That could have been awkward. In fact, let me... That was a mistake as well. You got to be more careful with this, because what you don't want is any accidents with TNT. Let's again, not trusting myself on a floor which is only 1 block thick. In fact, I am going to just borrow a little bit of that just to fill that hole in. And then I should probably do this from above, shouldn't I? Oops, that's not what I wanted. I mean, it works. But what we actually want is to ensure that these are fully lit. And if there are any unpleasant trixies, like that, which was most definitely a spawner. That was a mistake. I missed. But again, you know, you can see why I'm paranoid. Although, as long as I can fly, hello. We should be safe. Oh, bugger. And that was... That was exactly what I thought was worried about happening. Still, an interesting little, I mean, it's an interesting structure in its own right. That goes nowhere. Charms, I don't need them. I'm going to guess that the loot, actually we'll take the gunpowder as well. The loot is probably going to be pretty disappointing. And I will continue to fly wherever possible, although that's nice. Diamond horse armor, name tag. Let me keep those on the board. Right. So I'm not sure whether these are really worth. They're really worth going after or not. Enchanted golden apple, I suppose that is kind of worthwhile. Brings you through there. So not much else that way. Not entirely sure what those are for, but my stomach's grumbling. 5 protection, 3 book. Yeah, I suppose. A bit of that. And a name tag. I mean, really, as loot goes, pretty uninspired. Gunpowder, bones. That redstone, even redstone's actually not that valuable. Piercing, another bottle, bones, gunpowder. Yeah, it's very much a muchness, isn't it? And more bottles, more bones, frostbite, whatever that does. Golden apples. Might as well stick those there. We'll replenish. At least that'll replenish my stock of golden apples from curing villagers. More bottles, more things still coming down. That takes you down to that spawner I wrecked at on the ground floor. Again, nothing really. Nothing if not a great believer in invisibility. Feels like there should be. I mean, really not a lot going for it, is it? Just put some of those away. I suppose if you wanted a natural break point, Okay, takes you back up here to Potato Recovery. Wonderful book. That seems to be about it. I mean, it's interesting, worthwhile, worth the risk. Well, I mean, the risk was minimal as far as we were concerned. Worth the risk if we didn't have flight. I'm not sure. You know, it's, I suppose it's relatively dubious as to whether that was worth falling into the void and losing all your stuff for. What are those? Oh, I need to have a look at this Forbidden Arcanas, because I'm only really using it as a tool for a few nice blocks and stuff, and potentially, you know, some shiny armor. But there's a lot going on here. But I wonder, is there a full? The book used to be work in progress. Can't even see it now. A quantum catcher. I mean, that sounds like it probably catches critters, maybe in such a way that allows you to change the spawner type, perhaps. Maybe, maybe not, who knows, but I can't see the source of knowledge for this anymore. As I say, there used to be a book, a sanity meter, which but I can't see anything that would tell us anything more about the mod, which is annoying. Yes. I think I'm going to have to do a bit of reading up on that at some point. Ooh. See, what does that do? You know, that sounds interesting, but I don't know what it does. I can't find any information on it. Okay, let me just check how long I've been recording and have a dig around. I'll be back in a moment. All right, so apparently that is what I thought it was. Apparently it allows you to capture entities, so we're going to go and test it. I don't know whether it's a one shot or a, you know, a reusable item. So the best way to find out is, well, give it a try. What about a creeper? Ooh, okay. Appears to be reusable. That's interesting. I mean, I don't need it. I've got the kidnap spell, but the kidnap spell requires me to cast it and then uncast it. This allows me to I put you there. Okay. Do you work on villagers? That's the next stupid question. Actually, do you work on skeleton guardians? You do. Interesting. Are you upstairs? Where's he gone? I'm going to say, you can't, I don't think you can get out. Awesome. Well, that's useful. I'm going to have to look more into that one. I had a look at the wiki there. There is some stuff about Hephaestus forges, which definitely sound like something cool that I want. But on that note, I didn't get half as much building as I wanted to do. I wanted to work on the inn. I think next episode I will try and work on the dockside area down there. In between episodes, I'm going to pop a little bit of more infrastructure in the roads. And what I may do is just throw up a few small structures just to try and progress this. Because if I do this at one structure an episode, we're going to be at episode 100 before we're even close to finishing, which is not a problem, but you know, yeah, rather try and hurry it along a little bit in places. So until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon, and bye for now.